Hey guys, how's it going? So, One Piece chapter 994 has just dropped, and it looks like this is a setup chapter for events that will take place in the next coming chapters. Before I start with this video, I want you guys to know that this video will contain spoilers, and if you have not read the latest chapter, then I highly recommend you checking it out and then getting back to this video. Now that that's out of the way, let's start with the review of chapter 994 titled, also known as Yamato. We start off with the cover story, and it looks like this is the final volume of the Gang Pages Oh My Family cover story. It's been a long wait, and finally, after 37 volumes, we are done with this cover story. We see that the Firetime pirates are being chased by the Marines and are continuously dodging all the cannonballs that are being fired at them. We also see a small pop-up of Capone with him smiling. I personally feel that it would have been better if this cover story had ended with the last chapter. This chapter's cover story feels very redundant, and it feels like it's just there for the sake of extending it so that maybe the next cover story would show something important around chapter 1000. Now that this cover story is over, for the next cover story, I would love to see maybe a cover story on the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates and what they are up to, or what is happening in Totland and what the other Big Mom pirates that have been left behind are doing. We start the chapter off with a shot of the rooftop with Kaido hovering over it. It's good that we are cutting right back to where we left off in the previous chapter. In this panel, Kaido looks really small in comparison to the rooftop. We see that Kiko's arm has been completely cut off and it falls in the distance, along with her falling down after the attack. Kaido continues to hover over them, and the fodder beast pirates that are around the rooftop are looking very frightened at the events that have just taken place before their eyes. We see that the other minks like Sicilian have regained consciousness. Neko tells all the minks to get off the roof immediately. In the background, Izo is tending to Kiku's wounds. Kinemon lights his sword on fire and uses that sword to sear Kiku's wound to prevent it from bleeding. Once that's done, Kinemon asks Kiku if she can stand, and it looks like she is able to stand, showing her determination to fight against Kaido and defeat him. Kaido seems to be very impressed at the scabbards' resolve to defeat him and has praised them by saying that this is how it should be. The scabbards need to have such unwavering resolve. He also states that it is not with advancement of times, but rather in death that humans truly achieve perfection. While saying this, he transforms back to his base form and claims to end this battle soon. Kinemon tells him not to flatter himself and that being killed by him would bring them no honor. Looks like Kaido has finally become serious and has decided that he wants to end things soon. He seems to be amused that the scabbards were able to put up such a good fight. This says a lot about his character. All these years, ever since Odin scarred him, he has never felt the rush of a good battle until now. We then cut back inside the castle to the first floor where Luffy, Jinbei and Sanji are making their way to the rooftop. The fodder beast pirates acknowledge that Jinbei and Luffy are in the room, and this makes Sanji jealous, and I really like his reaction to this. The trio are stopped by two headliners. These headliners have some of the weirdest designs. Hamlet has a giraffe smile and Fortrix has a chicken smile. Both Jinbei and Sanji take them out in one shot and are clearly irritated by the way that these smiles have some of the weirdest spawns. Looks like at this rate we could see Luffy reaching the rooftop in either chapter 999 or chapter 1000. We then cut to the live floor where Queen's ice demons are spreading throughout the hall, infecting multiple people. The demons are even attacking members of the Beast Pirates. One member complains about it to Queen and he says that the pleasures are only good at one thing, and that's laughing, and that they now need to make themselves useful. Looks like these ice demons become much bigger, as in one of the panels we see that these demons are dwarfing the other members of the alliance. These ice demons are even attacking the Mimwari Gumi. We see Hote visibly irritated because of these demons. There is a high chance that the Mimwari Gumi will betray Kaido later on because of the things that have happened. It looks like one of the Yakuza bosses has also gotten infected, and he apologizes to Old Man Hyo and is about to commit seppuku, saying that he'd rather die than hurt his own comrades. Hyogoro tells him to just hold on, as there might be a cure for this, and if they have no other choice, then Hyogoro will cut him down without hesitation. Even some of the fodder beast pirates are shocked at the fact that Queen would infect his own subordinates and leave them to fend themselves. We see Chopper, Robin, and Brook fighting against these demons. Chopper says that making an antidote and injecting it into each and every one in the hall, like what they did in the Udon prison, would not be possible since they are in the middle of the war. But unlike in Udon, the person who created the virus was right in front of them. Chopper was sure that Queen would have some of the antibodies on him and decided that if they could get it from Queen, then they could mass produce it and help save everybody. Brook reacts by saying that it would be a daunting task to snatch it away from an all-star like Queen. Chopper is more worried about the effects this will have on the human body. He says that the ferocity and the strength and the abnormal freezing of their body was something that a human body could not withstand. Zoro asks whether they are zombies and how they can be taken out. Robin asks whether anything would happen if they were to leave them as it is. Queen tells the entire hall through the transponder snails that once a person is infected, they will die within an hour. Appu has realized that it is too dangerous and decides to leave. He says that Queen has gone and made another repulsive weapon and that he wants to get out before he gets infected. He tries to open the door but is unable to do it because the door is sealed. Queen calls out to Appu and throws the only antibody for the Excite bullet towards him. He threatens Appu by saying that if the antibody were to get stolen, then his head would be on the chopping board. He then tells everybody in the hall that he is starting the Queen Presents live game show and that this wouldn't be a game if he didn't give everybody a fighting chance to survive. Chopper tells Zoro to get the antibody, and we see the members of the Beast Pirates chasing after it and even Hote and others from the Mimwari Gumi. Queen tells Appu that if he manages to escape for an hour, he'll win and everybody else will die. Looks like we're going to see a matchup between Zoro and Hote of the Mimwari Gumi as they fight for the antibody. It would be nice if while Zoro is occupied with Hote, Brook goes to retrieve the antibody from Appu. I would love to see a matchup between Appu and Brook. We then cut to the right tower in the dome, where Yamato and Sasaki are facing off. Sasaki asks Yamato whether she could actually escape with that kind of burden, referring to Momo. Momo asks Yamato who she is. While this is happening, Sasaki tells the Armored Corps that their mission will end as long as they kill Momo. Shinobu pleads to Yamato, saying that if she is an ally, then to save Momo. Yamato replies by saying that she will protect her as well. She tells them that 20 years ago she was present at the execution of Kozuki Oden. She was moved by what Shinobu had said back then and was moved by the way Oden lived his life. We then see one of the members attacking Yamato, causing a huge explosion. While this is happening, she tells Momo that on that day she had rushed to the Kuri castle to save him, but all she could do was watch Kaido threaten to throw Momo off the rooftop. Sasaki and Momo are both shocked that Yamato was completely unharmed after their attack. She tells Momo that on that day she wasn't strong enough. While saying this, she swings her Kanabo, and with just the impact of that swing, one of the members is sent flying and Sasaki is shocked to see this. Momo asks Yamato who she is. Yamato says that a short while ago she introduced herself as Oden, but she is also known as Yamato, and proclaims that she is willing to die for Momo, thus ending the chapter. This was a pretty good chapter, although most of the chapter was just a setup for the upcoming chapters. I personally enjoyed and cannot wait to see what happens to the scabbards in the coming chapters. I personally feel that soon the scabbards will be injured and possibly even killed. I am still waiting for the turning point in this war. Right now, the crew isn't serious and the atmosphere still hasn't changed. We, the readers, are not able to experience the pressure of the stakes of this war. The pressure will only come at the turning point of this war, and I think that this turning point will be when one or more of the scabbards die. We haven't seen either Kid or Law in the past few chapters, and I wonder what they're doing and when we'll be able to see them. I rate this chapter a 7 out of 10. Looks like we are on break next week, and Oda's timeline of reaching chapter 1000 by the end of this year looks really difficult. I guess he could make it if he were to take another break at max. If you guys like this video, then do hit the like button and comment your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more content like this, then please do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. As always, hope you guys have an amazing day. This is Rajan signing out.